Well, hi, it's Deb Palmer here, and I am coming to you today from my page, Social Media for Small Biz Owners. I'm also live streaming into the group Social Media Facebook for Small Biz Owners, into the group Facebook Code Breakers, and onto my personal profile. So let's hope that today I do have video, audio. I know I have video because I've had some troubles with the audio before, and I've been doing some troubleshooting this morning and seeing I'm going to give it one last chance, but I need somebody to tell me. Now I've got, because I've had some troubles with the audio. It's working. I've just tested it. I've got two screens here, so I've just pulled up my page on a different browser on my other screen, and now I'm just looking at it, and I don't know if you can hear this. Yes, it's working. I just tested it. That's awesome. Right, so let's get into this. I just want to share with you a little bit about why I started Friday Facebook Fix, and it was about, well, perhaps October, November last year, where I started doing it in the group Social Media for Small Biz Owners. And I started doing it because I realized the immense value of Facebook Live, and actually having a live interaction, having people join and jump on live, see what you're doing. You can ask questions, you can share information, and it really is a great way to help people connect and to help me get to know you better, and for you to get to know me a bit better. And so I've been doing it for probably the last 6 months, regularly on a Friday morning at 10 a.m. I think it was 10:30, and I just recently moved it to 10 a.m. Australian Central Standard Time now. We don't have daylight savings. But and I thought, well, I actually put a poll in the group Social Media for Small Biz Owners and said when would suit you best, and most people in the group said Friday mornings would suit them best. So that's how that sort of all came about. But I know I have so much to share. I've got so much information sort of running around here, and I really do love sharing it. So this is why I decided that I would do Friday Facebook Fix. I'm looking to mix it up a bit, and I've got some really awesome ideas that I'm going to be taking back to the Facebook Code Breakers group, which is a private group for members only, and we're in our second iteration of boot camp, which is an 8-week Breaking the Facebook Code boot camp. So we're into the third week of the second boot camp, which is really awesome. So it's all been happening this year, which is just fantastic. It's just starting to take off. And then I'm off to Orlando. I'm looking up here because I have a schedule up here. Off to Orlando on Saturday, the 13th of May, and 14th of May. I leave on the 14th. I get there on the 14th. To do a social media conference with Kim Gast and Boom Social, the Igniter Inner Circle that I'm a member of. So I will be endeavouring to come to you, still do the Friday Facebook Fix. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to manage the times. I think it's like later in the evening. Let's just see, what's the time in Orlando right now? Let's ask Google that. What's the time in Orlando just now? So it would be Thursday night, I would imagine. Thursday night at 8:34. So on the Thursday, Thursday the 18th. Oh my Lord, that's my birthday. So it will be Thursday night, the 18th of May. I'll jump on at 8:30 in Orlando, and I can bring you, all things being equal, I can still bring you Friday Facebook Fix, which will be really, really exciting because that is the day after the conference finishes. So I reckon if you do find value from this, put it in your diary to make sure you're here on will be the Friday the 19th of May for you, Thursday the 18th of May for me, and you will get the best and the greatest of what's coming out in the social media space, because I am doing this this conference of going over to Orlando for it, and it's one of the world leading conferences for social media, so that's really exciting. So you will get me all hyped and excited. You will get the hot off the press news of what's happening on in the world of Facebook and on social media in general, because I will be one day out of that conference. So that's there, and then the following week I will be home. So how exciting is that? We had a preview Friday Facebook Fix from Orlando, Florida. But what I want to talk about today is 10 ways to get engagement on your business page, because it is something that I've noticed, again, doing hundreds and hundreds of health checks for people on their business pages. It is something that people struggle with a lot. And it is something that we just go, it feels like it's an uphill battle, and it is, and I know this because I feel it myself, and sometimes when you're not in the flow, and when it is just, it just like you put a post on and then there's just crickets, and you just go, oh, what am I going to do? Because it's just, nobody's coming to my page. And I've actually heard people say that, you know, I put this great stuff on and nobody visits my page. And I think, well, you know, you could have the best restaurant in town or the best bed and breakfast, but if no one knows that you're tucked away in a corner behind, you know, around behind off the main street, then nobody is going to come. So you actually have to do some things yourself to get some exposure and get some engagement happening. So it's the same no matter what you're doing, whether you have a Facebook business page, or whether you're a bricks and mortar business, whatever you're doing, you still have to do some stuff that's going to get the engagement happening. And by stuff, I don't mean paid advertising. And in fact, I haven't even included that in the top 10 ways that you can get engagement on your page, because I actually don't believe that is, like, it's sort of outside the scope of what I want to talk to you about today. But it's and it's actually, it is a very legitimate way of getting engagement, but it's not one that I focus on for Friday Facebook Fix, because I work with people to teach people how to get organic reach. And then once you've got good organic reach and you're getting that engagement happening, then look at boosting posts which get lots of engagement, and then you can actually really, really maximize it. But I'm taking it right back to the absolute start of where you start from, and your starting point, I believe, is not with Facebook adverts. It is building your presence on Facebook, and unfortunately that has to be a bit of a slog. So probably use the wrong words for that. It doesn't have to be a slog, but it's consistency and commitment. That's what it is. You can make it fun. Okay, so what I would like to do is invite you to jump in, say hi, and if you have any questions, this is Q&A, and I can actually put, if you do, I can put say any questions, please type them here and I'll answer them. Smiley face. I don't know if it does emoticons. Let's just see. So is that there? And then I'll show it. And that's coming up and saying, any questions, please type them here and I'll answer them. If I don't know the answer, then I will get back to you. I'll take it on notice and I will get back to you. But if I do know the answer, I'll be able to answer it straight away. So that's the whole purpose of the Friday Facebook Fix, is for me to bring you the hot tips on what's happening on Facebook. If there's any updates that are happening, I generally bring them to you as well, as fast as they come off the press, as fast as I hear about them, because it is my mission to make sure that you are informed of the latest and greatest of what is happening on Facebook. And I love doing it. So let's get into it. Even if you just want to say hi, you're here. Now, one of the things with BeLive TV is that you can't actually see who is on. I can see that there are people watching, but I can't see who is on. So if I'm doing Facebook Live directly to my my desktop or like live streaming, it will show who is watching, but with BeLive TV you actually can't see who is on. So jump in and say hello, let me know you're here, because it also gives you an opportunity to get some exposure as well. So lurkers are not really going to get that far, because Facebook is depending on, in fact, demanding that you stick your face out there. So jump in, and it's a really low risk way of jumping in to make comments and to just to say hi, that you're here, because you don't have to do anything. You just say hi, you're here, and you'll get acknowledged. I'll give you a shout out and bring you to people's attention, so you can use whatever momentum I've got going to jump on as well. So smart way of doing it. So that's and I might even ask questions or invite you to do a bit of a shout out for your page or something like that. So just engage, just keep doing, you know, sitting there sort of lurking, just it really does you no favors at all. So get used to being out there. If you're a business on Facebook, you've got to be out there. Okay, 10 ways to get engagement on your business page. The first way is posting between 7 to 15 posts a week. When you do this, there are some people who just maybe post 1 or 2. It's easy to sit every month or every week and schedule different posts. So it's Belinda. Hey, shout out to you. So I'll pop you up on the screen here. Belinda, good to see you. And I am so pleased that this is actually working as the audio is working again, because it was quite frustrating there, and I think it was just a matter of the settings. So still not quite sure what's happening on the Facebook platform because I still can't actually get onto Facebook Live from my desktop, or with my Messenger from my desktop. But you know, we'll work through that, because there's an answer to everything, isn't there? So thank you, Belinda, lovely to see you here. Okay, so posting between 7 to 15 posts a week. What you'll do is have out of that, if you do 7 posts a week, 1 of those will be a promotional post or a salesy post. If you do 15 a week, maybe 2 of them, so 1 every 7 or 8 posts will be a promotional or a salesy post. The rest of them are people just go, well, what am I going to post? So point 2 is saying that point 2 is saying mix up your content. So asking questions, making it fun, doing different things that will get people engaged. Now, I have some things on my page which I did just some really simple things like people love. Where are you from? Let's do a shout out. Where do you come from? And one of those I put here was, I'm just trying to find it on my other screen, it's going too slow, so I won't bother with that. One of the things I put there was what coffee sort of like, I think it had 6 cups of coffees with a top-down photo, and different, like black, and then the creamy, like white, and then sort of like one looked like the River Murray or muddy, and different. And so which type of coffee drinker are you? And they just had to pick A, B, C, D, or E. But it actually got people engaged, and sort of and people, even though Facebook doesn't necessarily show those the 1 word or 2 word posts that people make, if enough people make them, that obviously Facebook goes, well, there's something in the algorithms, and nobody can pretend to understand those. Not even the real experts that are close to Facebook. So I found finding out. But so and then Facebook will go, hey, this is, you know, people liking this. People like some stuff that they can engage in. So they will actually show more people. That self-licking ice cream, I've said that before. I borrowed that term from Kim Gast from Boom Social, and where I'm going to the conference. And she does suggest that what you do is you look, it is like a self-licking ice cream. So the more that you have engagement on your business page, the more Facebook goes, wow, people like this, and they show it to more people. So at the moment, you'll be getting between 1 and 5% posts getting shown to people in the news feed, their news feeds, to people who have liked your page. If you are lucky, they might see 1 out of every 60 posts that you put on. So these are statistics that I've heard when I've been in the inner circle and when I've watched webinars. So I'm just bringing them back to you to show this is the sort of thing that if you're just depending on your page to be getting exposure just by purely putting a couple of posts up a week and then not bothering with it any much else with it, you cannot expect to get engagement. So there's some stuff that you have to do. Okay, number 3, if possible, turn on your reviews. Now, I did a presentation at a network breakfast yesterday morning and it was awesome. I was talking all about reviews on business pages, and it was something that there was probably about 15 people in the room and not one of them does that, or they said they didn't ask for reviews. There were some concerns about poor reviews on pages, and I actually did a Friday Facebook fix last week on how to ask for reviews, why you should do it, and the different types of reviews that you can get. So turn on your reviews and check into last week's Friday Facebook fix. I'm still turning that into a blog, but we will get there. We'll get there. Running competitions. Now, this is number 4. The 4th thing that you can do. There's lots more, but I'll just do the 10 that I've sort of bouncing off the top of my head. Number 4, running competitions. So when you run competitions, make sure you observe the rules of Facebook. Now, a lot of people get this wrong because they say tag and share to enter the competition. Facebook, it's actually against the terms and conditions of running a competition on Facebook to ask people to tag and share, particularly to their personal profiles, because some people's settings are such that if you're friends with them and they are asked to share to their personal profile, their friends might be able to see it, but whoever's running the competition wouldn't be able to actually track that, because once it goes to their personal profile, they can't track any shares from there because it's locked down. So Facebook have said it's actually in the interest of fairness and accessibility to everybody, you can ask people to share a competition or a contest to a business page, because that is open. You can't shut that down. You can block people from it, but you can't shut that down. The settings on the business page are completely open. So you can share to business pages, but you can't share to personal profiles. It goes against the terms of use for running competitions on Facebook. So the other thing that you will be interested in knowing about is when you do run competitions on Facebook, do check out what your state or your country or your state regulations and laws say about what you can do. So I found out recently that in Australia there are conditions around if you do a game of chance, which means just put your name here or do something to be in the sweepstakes or in the draw for a chance to win. You have to have, in some states, you have to have a permit. If the prize, I think in other states, if the prize is under $2,000, it doesn't matter. But with a game of chance, there are some conditions around it. If it's a game of skill where you say, tell me in 25 words or less why, what, or if you say the best caption this and the best caption wins, or that type of thing, then the conditions are less strict, but make sure you make yourself informed about what your regulations and bylaws are around running competitions in your own state. Let's see now, number 5, tagging people on other pages. So that also gets engagement too, because it draws people's attention back to your page. Now, I will have to qualify that and say only if it's relevant. If it's not relevant to your page, definitely don't tag them. But if it's not relevant to the person or the page that you're wanting to tag, don't tag them. So, and I have spoken about this for several times in the past, because I think tagging is a wonderful, wonderful thing. If you're not connected with somebody and you want to tag them, you put the little @ symbol in front of their name, and always use capital letters, because that will help the tag them recognize, Facebook recognize that it's actually a tag, like not all capital letters, but capital letters for the first name, because that will help Facebook recognize that that's what you're doing, is you're trying to tag somebody and it's actually a noun, so a name. So put a capital letter, and if you're not friends with them and you want to tag them, depending on their personal settings, you can tag them by putting the @ symbol in front of their name. If their personal settings are that they can't be tagged, then you won't be able to tag them. Also on your business page, if people have tagging turned off on the business page, sometimes you can't tag business pages. So that's a little bit of an aside, but if you're a business here on Facebook, which I would imagine that you are if you are listening to me, go back to your personal settings and make sure that you are taggable. Make sure that your business page allows tagging and you can tag on business pages, because that also helps you to get discovered if other people want to tag your page as well, and other people are able to tag on your page. So open it up, open it up, open it up. Only where appropriate though. So if it's not appropriate, don't just tag gratuitously, because that just pisses people off. Tag appropriately. So, and I can give you an example. I do participate in programs. I run programs like Super Saturday, which I'll talk about in a minute, but I go on to, I participate in this program in the Inner Circle as well, and I do go on pages which have got some amazing stuff. There's one there called Stuff for You, and stuff with the number 4 and the letter U, and they do amazing vintage stuff, which is really, really cool. And I will sometimes, if I see some jewelry or something really unusual that I know my daughter would like, I will tag her in the page and say, hey, check this out, because I think you'd enjoy even just looking at it, or you'll get some creative ideas about, sort of how to make your own unique and funky stuff. So you can do that sort of thing, but don't just tag hundreds of people just because you can, because you'll piss people off, and Facebook will get the idea that people will get pissed off and you will be slapped and put in Facebook jail, which is another whole session in itself. Moving on. Thanking people who like your page. Now what you can do there is you go into your settings, you go into people and other pages, and then you can see the people who have liked your page. So send them a message and thank them for liking your page. What you can do then is include the link to your page when you do that, and then you can, when you do that, you include the link, and then you can get your you can do a call to action. So if someone's just come in and liked your page, you can offer them your freebie. So if you've written an ebook, or if you have some sort of template or checklist that you're giving away, you can invite them to come back to your page, and if they haven't already downloaded it, you can invite them to download it. You can invite them to join in a conversation or participate in a competition, or if there's activity on your page, there's always something that you can invite somebody to do when they like your page. So that's another thing you can do. But always remember to include the link, because when you send them a message, it will be to their personal profile, their messenger, and they will not know where the page and I can guarantee this, because people most often will just like pages randomly if they come across them and they go, yeah, that's cool, I like that. Or if they're a friend of yours and they've liked your page, they may have been friends with a lot of other people whose pages they have liked as well. So always include the link to your page, and always include a call to action that invites them back for something that's a bit exciting and engages them and asks them to do something else that will benefit them, not you. Okay. Let me see, number 7. Back on number 6, when you do that, just don't sell, okay? Just don't sell. Leave the selling tool. Don't even sell on Facebook. Leave that to your events or later. If you know, and there's a qualification to that, if you know that I've liked your page and there is a event or something coming up that you think that you know would really benefit them and they would really, really enjoy, or they've asked you to be notified, by all means do that, but not just gratuitously selling or promoting stuff when people like your page. Number 7, share 3 or 4 of your posts a week to your business, from your business page through to your personal profile. And I think if you can try it, now I've got to get better at this as well, and it's something that I learned at the Kerwin-Rae Nail It and Scale It, was that because if people are going to engage on your business posts, it counts. If you share it to your personal profile and people are engaging on it there, then it counts back into your through your statistics, through your insights in your business page. But if you share from your personal profile into your business page, the stats don't get counted on your personal profile. So if you're doing something like a caption this, or if you've got a funny video that's relevant to your business, or like the coffee thing I did, I put that on my page and then I shared it to my personal profile, and people saw it on my personal profile and then they made comment on it. So it actually does increase your audience. And if you have done any of my courses and you understand about the house of Facebook and you know how to get the right people, you've done your avatar, your alter ego, you know where to find them, and you're putting the right people on your back veranda, then the people that you see on your personal profile, that see the posts that you put there, are going to want to see what you have. I've got a comment. Okay, Louise is saying, welcome Louise, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the info. Is it possible you can put in the comments the procedure on how to do things you are letting us know about? Okay, how to thank people for liking. Absolutely, I can do that, Louise. What I do, if you're a new first timer here with me on Friday Facebook Fix, what I do is I make these into blog posts that I put onto my website, which is socialmediawithadair.com, and then I will email it out to everybody who is on my email list. So what I can do is, probably the best way to do it is to suggest, if you want to grab your free, if you're not haven't got it already, I have a free template. It's a health checklist for your Facebook business page. It's right here on the, if you are looking at this on my business page, social media for small biz owners, you can grab it just from the left hand side of the screen. This is back to front, so it says free biz page health checklist. Download that. You can also use that tool to have a look at your own business page and see what you're doing well at and what you can improve at. And then you will get the weekly updates, and all of that stuff is in the blog. So there's a great question, fantastic question, and I look forward to seeing you join into the blog. That's awesome. So where are we now? Share point 8. We're down to the wire here. Always respond to comments, keeping the conversation going. I always have a joke and say, this is my neatly typed up notes. Well, it's actually not, but they will be neatly typed up when I put them into my blog posts. So, and then Louise is saying, thank you heaps. Now, Louise, really appreciate you jumping in and asking that question. What I want to do is give you a shout out. I can't actually do, because I haven't got the 2-person interview on Be Live, but I'm happy for you to put your business page in the comments here down below, and I'll give you a shout out if you want to do a little pitch for your business before we wind it up for today. So Joe is saying now that the sound quality is excellent. That's awesome. I'm so pleased, because the last few weeks have been really frustrating for me. Thank you for that feedback. So Louise, you've got an opportunity here for asking that great, excellent question. You can pop a little pitch for your page and your business into the comments below, and I'll just share that on the screen before we wind it up. Okay, so the other thing, point 9, is participating in programs like Super Saturday. Now, Super Saturday is in the group Social Media for Small Biz Owners. It's social media, Facebook in brackets, for small biz owners. And every Saturday morning, come rain, hail or shine, I put up a post where it says drop your comment, drop your link to your business page in the comments thread, and then visit each other's business pages and like, comment and share at least one post. Now, most people do go in and they'll make some reasonable comments on other people's business pages. The real trick to that is when you're doing that, when you're setting up your posts, make sure that if you do participate in that Super Saturday, if you're in Adelaide, there's another one happening. It's called Monday Promo. It's in the Adelaide Suburbs Small Business Networking Group. And also I have one for my group, Women in Business Adelaide. That's for women only. Sorry, blokes, but it is for women only, and it's not just for Adelaide women. It is for women who are across Australia. In fact, we've got global women from across the globe, but because it's centred in Adelaide, because it's centred in Adelaide, it's just called Women in Business Adelaide. So here we go. Big shout out to Louise. Thank you so much. I'm a remedial massage therapist in Tarragindi, Brisbane. And thank you so much for the opportunity. So now let's just see. We've got massage. I think we've lost the last bit of your page. So let me see if I can find it. Tarragindi, Massage Tarragindi. Let's see if I can find your page. Okay, while I'm looking for that, or Louise, if you can maybe put Louise, I'm just thinking, that's a brilliant idea. Like, this is fantastic. Rebel Web Solutions is saying use your business page to comment here. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So Louise, if you can go to your business page, what you might be able to do is comment as. So there should be a little drop down arrow under what you're watching here, because if you're watching it on my page, if you're watching it in the group, you won't be able to. That could be tricky. Or if you're watching it on my personal profile, you won't be able to. So Rebel Web Solutions, that's a great idea, but you should be only able to do that if you're watching it on my page. So what I'll get you to do, Louise, is to, hang on, let me see if I can get this. Looks like Louise is on a mobile device. So I'll just show that. If I can figure it out. We might have to go a little bit longer. I've got a couple of questions that I want to answer here. Oh, there we go. Synergy Massage at Tarragindi. Thank you. That's beautiful. There we go. No, that's mine. There we go. Well done. Synergy Massage at Tarragindi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Louise Mather. So if you're in Brisbane, if you're in Tarragindi, go along and see Louise, because she will give you an amazingly awesome massage. Yay! And I'll look you up when I come up to Brisbane. So that's awesome. Well done. Now, Belinda's asking, it's probably not working because I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure why. We will have to, we'll just have to check it. The link might work after the broadcast is finished. So this Be Live TV is a new platform, and Louise is saying she'll look after me. Thank you, honey. Appreciate that. So I will actually go have to check that out, because this is a new platform and we're learning new things about it every day. It's a brilliant platform. So, well, there was another question, and Belinda is saying, how do we share posts from the business page to the personal page? Is it in the settings? That's a great question too, Belinda. All you need to do is, when you put a post on your business page, there's a little share button underneath, and you just click on share, and it will ask you if you want to share it to your timeline, if you want to share it to a group, if you want to share it to, if you have more than one business page, which I believe that you do have, you will be able to choose which other business page you share it to. So you can share it across different areas. So just click the little share button after you've done the post on your business page, and then you can choose to share it to your timeline. When you share it to your timeline, make sure that you can just share it straight across immediately without having any, like, putting any words in the post. I would suggest that you take the time to share it and write some things in the post before you share it, because when you share it directly, anything you've written on the post on your business page actually comes down to the bottom of the post when you share it onto your personal page. So it sort of drops any comments down to the bottom, and you'll get the image or whatever it is that you're sharing. So you might have to do another call to action at the top of the post before you share it. If that makes sense, I'll try and put that in into the blog post as well. All right, so here is a business tip, a bonus business tip for you. That was, number 10. Go live. Go live, go live, go live. Give great and valuable information. Get guests, do giveaways, give great tips. Pretty much do what I'm doing and be consistent. So it's really, really exciting about what we can do on Facebook now, and it's just going to get even more exciting. I hooked into a live today. I know I've gone over half an hour, but this is really, really important stuff. Remember, just if you're not comfortable with video, join Tony Everard's group. It's called Live Video Confidence for Business Owners. I will actually also put the link to that in the blog, because it's a really, Tony Everard runs it. She's a NLP instructor and trainer. So she trains in NLP, but she also does neuro-linguistic programming and hypnotherapy for people. Brilliant, brilliant mindset stuff if you're worried about getting your face on TV. It was hypnotherapy, neuro-linguistic programming. For those who don't know, I'm also a hypnotherapist. That training and doing some work on myself and my own confidence is what's got me from being terrified of speaking in public to rabbiting on, and you can't shut me up now. So you can do it. Absolutely. I know you can. If you get the help that's available, if you are worried about going live, that's a whole other story in itself. So the bonus tip is visit your page daily. Again, it's something that I must get better at, but even if you're just 5 to 10 minutes and on the page, it's enough time to respond to people who are coming in and commenting, especially if you're doing that, the programs like the Super Saturday, the Monday promo, or the Women in Business Adelaide one, which is called Wednesday Hump Day Bump Day. So if you do, just make sure that you can just schedule in a bit of time, because this is a live, it's a dynamic, it's something that you can actually breathe some life into, and it really gets exciting when you think about when you get on the roll, you get the momentum going, and we're all helping each other get that engagement on our pages and get it's amazing how many people that I get to know just from visiting different pages, and if they're lively and exciting and engaging, I'll go back there and I do business with people. So, and that's how you get this to work. It really is that easy, but it does take you, it takes you as a person, and it takes you as putting in consistent effort. So that's it for my Friday Facebook fix. A little bit over time. I'm so pleased that the platforms worked well, and thank you for asking the questions. Really, really appreciate that. It's so great to have the engagement. That makes a huge, huge, huge difference. If you are planning on going live, I would suggest that you check out BeLive.tv, BeLive.tv. Brilliant platform. You can do two-person interviews on it too when you figure out how to get the audio going, and it really does. It's in beta testing at the moment, so it's free. So there's another little tip for you. So much I want to tell you, so much I want to share, but we've already run over time. Have a wonderful Easter, everybody. Just enjoy, be with loved ones, and if loved ones are pissing you off, then eat lots of chocolate, because that will help. I don't know, for my health nut, that's probably poor advice. Anyway, thanks for joining me. It's Adair Palmer. I'll see you next Friday. Bye for now.